I'm in trouble. These guys hadn't been drinking until they started spending today with us.
That was the funniest thing.
I'm in trouble.
This is what happens when we come together to share our brain cells.
Yep, and then we added
Another one.
Yeah.
Oh, and Ron.
Help. Help.
Jim and Ron. Who are Ron? Rainbow. Rainbow. Rainbow.
Taste the rainbow.
This one doesn't
help.
That in my eyeballs. That would hurt really bad.
That would have been bad.
So let me put my glasses on and try again.
Okay. We're trying to get stains out of something that's
I did that
spilled.
with a friend, and her husband kept saying,
Oh my God.
"Look at it, looks like animal."
It's either going to be really good or really bad for the next few days. I'm just telling you now. I don't know if you guys noticed at the bottom. Does anyone know what language this is and if this actually says Russell and Doug? Because I'm guessing it does. Isn't that awesome?
Super unique. Look at that big, huge beak, right?
Right. It is awesome. They have a bunch of things that make them unique, Chris. But that beak is a great point. So picture this. They've been walking around in the grasslands looking for all sorts of different things they can eat for food, right? So that includes things like snakes, but not just like any snake. They can eat venomous snakes. So picture this. He would come across a snake. He would pick it up with his beak. He'd shake it around and then he'd slurp it back like spaghetti. It's gross.
Yeah.
It's disgusting. But it's actually really kind of awesome because they have nice sturdy legs that allow them to look on the ground for food acquisition, really helpful. And the cool thing is, here he is at top speed.
All the way across the width of the theater. If you're the flight path, you're going to get a crazy close look. Cameras at the ready. Push, so they can do this. Swoop down completely silently so that whatever they're hunting never even realizes that there's an owl.
Because we had a very bad rodent problem for a while. It was talk about that. Yeah, but I mean, it was. I think like a lot of people knew about it. It was really bad. Okay. See, like I think they know.
Mice too, and rats.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. I mean, they were around for a while, and then the owls moved in. Absolutely took care of it. Rats moved out. Yeah, I think the rat problem was fine. Super smart, but he's watching and he's listening for cues, and he's also trying to catch gnats out of the air, which is kind of entertaining. So check this out. Watch. So if I cross my hands like this, he says yes. Right. If I point a finger like this, he says no. And then if I take that same hand and I swish it out to the side like this, he does that. I do not know what that is. But it seems like he likes it. And you also know some verbal cues too, so you might have caught some of these earlier. Ready? Look. Listen. Okay, so check this out. Every time I move my mouth, he moves his mouth. You listen. Okay, so check it out. As I talk right now, he's moving his mouth. He's moving his mouth. He moves it a lot more when I move my mouth. But then it kind of stops. Can you listen? All right, you were really awesome, but I think it's about time for you to say goodbye. You say goodbye? Say goodbye. And that was Paul Bo, the lesser slow progressive guy.
12-foot wings, man. He's gonna go over and close to the front here. One more time. Look at that. Super cool, right, Adam?
Oh, it is so cool, and that wingspan is awesome, but he's actually got a really important purpose in nature, too. So, I mean, look at that beak real quick. Check that out as he's up there. That huge beak that he has is also very, very sharp, and they use that to open up the carcasses of the animals that have died in the wild. It's charming. I say no to that. No, you got
Look, he's
okay.
This is what happens if he gets close, but then he decides to go.
Okay, well, I got it. Hear me out. It's a big, great idea. Okay, so now, great. Get their name. Okay, there we go. You got that back. All right, so he's finishing up his treats, but when he listens, maybe then call. Yeah. Okay, but he's looking.
Do it, he's trying to do it again.
Wait, hang on. No, wait.
This is hope. Now, hope really is a symbol of an incredible conservation success story. It wasn't that long ago when we almost lost these birds. I mean, the bald eagle's numbers had dropped really low, really quickly. A lot of people were worried that future generations weren't going to get a chance to see or hear amazing birds like this out in the wild. But an incredible thing happened because people took action, right? Cleaned up the waterways where the eagles like to fish. Also stopped using chemical pesticides like DDT. It was one of the reasons for this and a lot of other bird species declining.
Right, so people like all of us, we made a huge difference for these birds just by cleaning up the environment, and we brought them back from the brink of extinction.
Exactly right. Everybody's efforts had a really, really big impact. So your spirits soar forever.
Namaste.
So we are headed back into Africa so that we can go over to do the DAS pass for flights of passage. We finished lunch. We had a lovely lunch. It was a great time. And it was air conditioned, which we really needed. It was shady, which we really needed. It was good food that we got. And I think everyone was able to find something that really fit their specific needs and desires. Sorry about my chin there. But yeah, so we're in a good energy spot. And then of course going into flights of passage, there will be air conditioning there. As you well know, for me, I will be closing my eyes for parts of it because, yeah, well, that's what I do. And if those of you who are asking like, well, why? It just doesn't move. It's just, yeah, it actually does move. I did another vlog in November where I left the camera running in the place where you secure your bags. And you can see exactly how much the ride goes up and down. Tim Tracker did it as well, actually. And makes a huge difference, really. And we are getting one heck of a storm coming up back there. We are hoping that we will get into the ride and be in there long enough for the worst of it to pass. We're not sure. So the other thought is we might go do the safari if we get there right around the rain because the animals love the rain. Not sure if that's going to happen or not. We're going to play everything by ear. The big thing is that these guys want to do the roller coaster. And if it's raining, the roller coaster doesn't ride. So we're going to see how that pans out. Okay, guys, so pin training. What's going to happen now is you drop the pin you no longer want in here because they will sanitize it and clean it. And then on the board there, you get to choose the pin you want. And for those of you who will see this eventually or know what we're doing, just take a look at number 33. Which will give you even a better idea of what we're doing tomorrow. Because that needs to be with us. So this is pin trading.
So that's a keeper, that's a keeper.
Into every Florida day, a little rain must fall. But we are all prepared. The camera stuff is covered. We are covered. And we are off to Avatar Land. Stay safe, stay dry. All right, and I'm in sandals today on purpose. Oh, this is a heavy rain day. This is heavy. All right, guys, I'm gonna put you away to keep you safe, but yeah, as you can see, no, oh, you know, this would be a really cool time to do the safari. The animals love the rain. They love coming out in the rain. So, like I was saying, change of plans. Let everything happen where it is. The safari, getting in the line is covered. The ride itself is not. But the animals love playing in the rain. So guess what we're gonna do? We're gonna go play with the animals in the rain. It said it was a 25-minute wait time. I don't even think it's gonna be that long, but we shall see. I have never done, and it's like torrentially rain right now, like heavy rain. So I'm thinking this could be really exciting and fun. Can't wait. All the wet watery stuff, listen to me. I know I've walked ahead of everybody. I get that, oh, we can make this happen because I'm all excited. I want to see it happen while the rain is happening. Someone once said that the elephant's skin hurts, which is why they went in the water. I'm not sure if that's true.
So I'll be your safari guide for today.
Hi, Priscilla.
Hello. Before we head into the reserve, just reminding everyone, just remember to stay seated at all times. Don't play musical chairs and switch around the seats. Just gotta stay seated. There's very bumpy roads out there. Just remember to keep your hands inside the vehicle at all times. Hold on tightly to any phones or cameras you may have. The first area we are heading into is called the Little Itsuri Forest. I'm sure you've seen the bird over here that's standing in the water. That is a saddle-billed stork.
Hi, saddle-billed stork.
There's two of them actually. But they have very long legs. They can actually stand around 5 feet tall, but as you see, they're using them to stand in those deeper waters. That way they can look for the fish that they like to eat. For those rhinos, so there is the greater kudu. That is a female greater kudu.
She's the best kudu ever.
Horns. The male greater kudu can grow horns up to 6 feet long, making them
There's a whole bunch of them.
The largest and longest horns out there.
They look like big deer.
The bongos have horns that are leaned backwards a little bit to help them kind of run through the forest just a little bit easier. There are some, I see 2 hippos just barely in that very far corner back there. They do like to stay underwater, those hippos, because they have sensitive skin. The water helps them keep cool. They can hold their breath
during
for
the Wild Africa trek. That's where we stood and fed them.
Very cool.
It was so awesome.
They don't want to hold their breath that whole 8 minutes. So hopefully we see some more hippos around here. Over here, it looks like this
and the ducks are joining in.
Some pink-backed pelicans right over here. here. They are called pinkback because the skin on their back does turn pink during their mating season.
Pretty
Trying to
eager.
attract other pelicans nearby. I kind of like to say it's like they're blushing.
This is awesome, guys. There's so much activity.
They also have a pretty large wingspan, around 7 to 9 feet wide usually. Now those hippos that we saw are pretty large and very aggressive, but despite being very aggressive and large, they are herbivores. They don't eat animals, they only eat plants. But we do have some predators over here on the left-hand side. Those are some Nile crocodile. Like most reptiles, they're ectotherms or cold-blooded, meaning that they can't create their own body heat like we can. They do have to sit out in the sun to get warm. So if you ever see any crocodile sitting with their mouths open, that's not meaning that they're hungry. They're probably just a little too warm, so they want to kind of run air through their body to cool them off a little bit.
There should be some babies
So
out here too.
this is where most of the animals might be active, just because there's lots of space for them to run around. Again, reminding you that these animals are free roaming, and they do like to get pretty close to the truck sometimes, so just reminding you to stay seated and keep your hands inside the vehicle, and definitely refrain from making any noises or calling out to those animals hiding from this rain. It looks like there is a hyena under that cave. Come up a little closer. She looks like she doesn't want to get in this rain.
Doesn't want to get wet.
Hyenas are not scavenger animals, so they don't go looking after
one's out.
food scraps like vultures do. They're very successful predators, catch their prey around 90% of the time. They are led by a hierarchy, but it is the female that will lead the group, the alpha female. So even the lowest ranking female in the
The dogs are gone.
hyena is still higher ranking than the highest ranking male. And these are some wildebeests on either side of us. Wildebeests are known to have the most densely packed herds of all mammals. Looks like there's some giraffes running up ahead. But these wildebeests, so they are standing up pretty active right now. Usually when they're sitting down all together, they kind of gather and then are in a circle, all pointed in different
we'll get right
directions.
there.
That's kind of like a defense tactic for them. So they're pointed in different directions that way. Baby giraffes, these are, they're about almost a year old, I want to say. Still pretty small though compared to the rest of them. Giraffes are the tallest animal in the world. They can reach heights of 18 to 20 feet tall. They're born at around 6 feet tall. Since we're pretty close to them, you can also see that they have these two little cute horns on their head. Those are called ossicones. I don't know where she's going. I don't want to cut her off if she wants to cross the road. But these ossicones are a little different than regular horns just because they grow underneath their skin. Both females and males in the giraffes have them. And the okapi relative that we saw earlier in the forest also has those ossicones. But it is only in the male for them, so that's another feature that they share. She's like, you're talking too much. Alright, hold on 1 second.
Pretty. You're so pretty. Hi.
Aren't I gorgeous? I mean, that's just the most gorgeous thing.
I'm taking her picture. She knows.
Everyone takes
This is
my
a great
picture.
time for pictures out of the side of the truck. So usually they're found near lots of leaves or vegetation to kind of eat all the time. Since they eat all day, they only spend around 30 minutes of
Gambling.
their day sleeping.
Gambling.
You can see how fast they run. They can actually run at around 30-35 miles per hour.
Oh my goodness.
With those long legs that they got. And they also have pretty good eyesight, so combined with that height, they're good eyesight. They do reach up. It's pretty cool to see their tongue kind of wrap around the branches of the trees.
So beautiful. Thank you. Excellent.
Their tongue is very dark purple if you do get a chance.
Bye, giraffes.
Mandrills, there's one very in the corner over there, and they're kind of behind that hill in the back. Mandrills are those monkeys with the bright blue and red coloration on their face, and that's the male walking up very confidently. The females weigh around 35 or 40 pounds. The male is much larger than them and has brighter coloration to kind of show that he's very mature and ready for breeding. He can weigh around 100 pounds, so he's very large compared to the rest of them. And that coloration on their face actually can get brighter the more excited that the mandrill gets. And to show interest in one another. Was there a baby?
Yeah, the baby just came running out.
So yeah, it's hard to see her because she's so small. So I'm like,
she is tiny. Oh my goodness, she's so cute.
She's actually, I want to say like a month or two old. But weird, but it's not unusual for most
Oh my goodness.
The dirt or the
It's an Ankole cattle. How did they get out here?
Yeah, there is an Ankole cattle up ahead. He'll be pretty close to us on our right-hand side, so just remember to...
The wild African ducks.
The horns can grow up to 3 to 4 feet, and markings again from the elephant's tusks because they will use them to kind of poke into the trunk and let out some of that water. And since it does provide lots of water for animals in the wild, there are some greater flamingos. Look really closely. There are lots of babies. Very, very small ones on the left, but the other ones have gotten pretty big. They like very big in the past couple of weeks. So greater just means they are also the lightest shade of pink out of
And you
all
can
the
see the Mickey now?
flamingos.
Yeah.
So, as you see from those babies, they are not born pink naturally. They are.
They
born
eat the
kind
pink.
of penguins.
Oh yeah. But there's so many of them. There's like 8 or 10 of them.
So after around 2 years, that one laying in the mud is so
Happy.
they usually will roll around in that red clay. Is why they kind of look more orange rather than white. Actually, they're not even white. They are gray, but they roll around in that red clay to cool off a bit. It's probably just enjoying the nice cool weather. Doesn't want to move a lot. They also have those horns as well. They'll kind of rub them up against tree trunks and rocks to help shape them how they want. They also have a very keen sense of hearing, so you'll notice he's moving his ears kind of in the wherever the truck is going. And actually, I think I see one of the rhinos over here doing that thing that she's kind of trying to shape it and keep it as nice and sharp as she can, just like we do with our manicures.
Fingernails, I was gonna say, yeah.
And this one is doing the same thing up against this rock as well. It's
It is mani-pedi day.
yeah.
You get your spa soak. Alright. Oh, you're so beautiful.
Oh, she's scratching, yeah. I bet that feels good. Alright, there are some, I see some cheetahs, the fence, walking around those. That's pretty cool because they're usually laying down. But
Yeah.
cheetahs are the fastest land animal on Earth. They can reach speeds of around 65 miles per hour. Only when they are sprinting to chase their prey, though. It does take a lot of energy to run that fast. So they only use it when they're hunting. And it's also really hard to turn at such high speed, so they use their tail almost like a rudder on a boat. They're burrowing mammals in the world, so they use those tusks to dig all these holes in the ground that you see. They also use their tusks to fight off any predators they might. Those are some Nigerian goats over there on the left. They're one of the more popular livestock animals in Africa because they don't take up a lot of space. As you can see, they're pretty small, and that's as large as they're going to get as adults.
Okay, that was an awesome, yes.
Awesome.
Yes?
Yes.
Awesome safari?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes? Awesome safari? Okay, cool. We got to finally see a safari in the rain. That was great. So much fun running giraffes and running wildebeests. That was so cool.
That was cool.
So now we can say we've done it. And now we're going to go fly on a banshee now that our food has digested.
Yes.
Thank God. All right, we're going to disembark, get all of our stuff taken care of, guys, and we will see you in Pandora Land. I'm wondering if it's like dark enough for things to glow. It may not. I don't think they've turned the stuff on, but we'll find out. Hi, guys. It deluged. Like, I did a Facebook live chat, and when that was over, it deluged. So, we came back to the room. Because of that, of course, Arlene decided that she was done for the night, and totally get that. We have something really exciting that we got, and I apologize for the lighting. It's not terrific in here, but I'm hoping this will work. There is a group called Ears for Each Other, and it is a Facebook group of people who are employees of Disney or furloughed or unemployed employees of Disney who have other skill sets and are, during the whole of COVID, we're using them to help do additional work, get additional funding to support themselves. So one of them is a group called Journey Across the Board, and they do charcuterie platters and specialty platters, and we decided we were going to try them out. So I'm going to just show you the initial box of what the delivery kind of looked like, which is right here. And now we're going to do a little unboxing. So the first thing we're going to do, we got the date night board. And the date night board is enough for usually 2 people. And it was 3 of us, but we knew we were going to be eating somewhere else later. We upgraded to get the fancy board. They have wood boards. Always tip people when they bring things to your room. They don't have to. Okay, so that being said, so we upgraded to get a bottle of wine. Here's a bottle of wine. And we got a cheese platter, and then we upgraded with the board, and we upgraded with what they call was a Crunchies. Crunchies looks honestly like there's some crackers and dessert things in here, but they accommodated all our allergies: gluten-free, soy-free, gluten-free, soy-free, chickpea-free, and shellfish-free. We didn't have to worry about keto at this point. So the wine bottle, they choose what they're, and they love me. It's a red Zinfandel. It's a Rancho Zabaco, and I've had this before. It's a Zinfandel. Somebody loves me. Okay, and we got a corkscrew from downstairs. And now we are going to open up the boxes and show you what they look like. So the first thing I am taking out is the Crunchies platter, which I will now set the extra stuff to the side. And then I'll show you this real fast. So you've got crackers, and it looks like a chocolatey thing, which I guess I'm probably eating. I'm not sure. These are actually high-protein cookies. I've had those before. They're raw, and Crunchies and crackers with all kinds of nuts and things, and some other chewy-looking things. Then, and he works with like local bakers or local companies, local cheeses, local artisans, and the board that we've got is also from a local artisan. And if I can find the name of it, oh, you did up the veggies. Wow. I will put that information in the SIG below, in the stuff below. I'm going to show you it unwrapped first. This, we asked for some extra veggies. And you can see there's like purple cauliflower and celery. There's a jar of honey with a little honey drip. I think that's fresh cherries he cut in half. Radishes, tomato, more cauliflower, olives, meats and cheeses. And this is gorgeous, guys. Now I'm getting the prophylactic off, and this is not a family-friendly vlog, but basically we're taking the cover off. And I don't know if you noticed really on that, they actually engraved the board, and they said they would engrave both the top and the bottom, and I was like, I didn't need both, so I just did the one. This is a part of a, shoot, I just lost a flying tomato. That one's mine. There was a play, movie, etc. called Auntie Mame. You can walk through if you want, and you're just being comfy. Auntie Mame, in which there was a very famous quote she said that starts with the phrase, "Life is a banquet." I'm not going to read the rest of it because family-friendly vlog. So I had him engrave, "Life is a banquet." So you see the cauliflower, the celery, the radishes, the cherries, some nice fruit in here, some fun cheeses. And this is going to be our precursor meal with the wine. And I realized, oh, we're going to be drinking it out of plastic cups. So well, but that's okay. Because life is a banquet and it's what you make of it. So we're going to enjoy this. Support Ears for each other, for people that you can. If there's something you know you want, go to them. Help them out. It's a great cause. We're going to enjoy this banquet that we have. And we will talk to you, hopefully when it's time for gluten-free churro time, if the rain stops, because I will show you. This is our view today. It is very wet and sad. Sadness. Sadness. That's Everest. We are now at the Dahlia Lounge. And this is the view from outside. Yeah. And that, my dears, is Galaxy's Edge. Isn't that pretty? I don't know how well you can see the Millennium. Can you see the Millennium Falcon from there? I don't know.
Could it be the red light that's blinking?
Well, no, what I'm looking at, I've gotten very, very close because this thing can get really, really close.
Cool.
So we're going to find out what we can actually see there. Come back out. And we're going to get, oh, got something in the way of Epcot. Hold on a second. Sorry, guys, I'm bouncing for a sec. And, wow. Okay, this is awesome. Look how close, you can even see the little geodesics. Yeah. Yeah, there's the swans. Yep. Oh, funny. And there you go, moon over Galaxy's Edge. And wonderful ladies enjoying the moon at Galaxy's Edge. You're backlit, so I really can't see a whole lot. I might be able to correct it in post. I can say that now. I vlog. I can say I corrected in post. Because I have to correct me in post because I'm a grayed out blurry mess too. But yeah, so this is the amazing view that you get. Wait. This is the amazing view you get. Yes, that's the moon behind me. Isn't that fabulous? Stunning views of Galaxy's Edge and Epcot and wonderful drinks and a great time. This is a really nice way to end the night. We may go see about a drink, we may not, but we're having a fabulous evening. The table is art. The table is art. But we are at Coronado Springs at the Dahlia Lounge. As you can see us, everyone wave. Over there. So we are here enjoying the ambiance and are about to enjoy a beverage. Now we've drunk quite a bit and it's been hot, so we've decided to try a Café Bonbon, I believe it is called. It is sweetened condensed milk and for us decaf espresso. So we're just kind of enjoying the ambiance. This closes at midnight. It is 11:10. I did get some video footage of inside, so hopefully you got to, out in the back there on the deck. Hopefully you got to enjoy that. The gentleman who helped us open our wine bottle, because we could not make that work, is the bartender here. His name is Mike. He's the same guy, Randy, that you and I got to spend time chatting with in the video Bourbon and Pennies. And for those of you who would like to see Bourbon and Pennies, I will try to put that link up there. I think it's up there. This camera's the odd camera. It's one of these corners. Somewhere here. Sorry, two fingers. It's some people do go both ways. Not a family-friendly vlog. So, we're going to enjoy our drinks. We'll see if we want to do anything else. I do know the sangria here is great. We've had so much food, I don't know that I need more food. I may have a cupcake when I go back to my room. I don't know. But we're going to enjoy some conversation. We're going to look at some really... Okay, so I'm going to put this video in because it made us laugh so hard. It made me laugh so hard. I was crying earlier. I rode Dinosaur today. And you know how you pose for pictures? And you know if you know where the camera is? So I know where the camera is for that. So I posed. And the full picture, if I can remember, will go here. But I really want you to look at this. This is a picture of me knowing where the camera is and posing like I believe it was called I Am Mary Blanking Poppins. And the gentleman who is looking at me looks horror-struck and cannot figure out what the hell is going on. This makes me laugh so hard. Just look at this face. I can't stop laughing. It's pretty hysterical. And that made me cry because I was laughing so hard. It was a good day. But I'm in a tiara. We've gotten many compliments on the tiaras. And now we're going to just chill and drink our coffees and catch up. Because this is girls' night, and I love you all, but this is girls' night. So we've just gotten the beautiful espresso with a bonbon. It is layered beautifully, and the picture will go in right here. We're going to take a sip straight of the espresso first, and then we're going to mix it up. And now I'm going to stir it. Oh, it's thick. Look at this thing. It is, wow. It's like you're stirring cream in it from the bottom.
You are.
It's just condensed milk, which is also like cream and sugar. Whoop. It's also like cream and sugar. I told you, I'm still getting used to this camera, guys. Okay.
You mean like this?
I'm going to put that in, man.
I'm getting the smell.
Oh, that's very nice. Because espresso is generally too bitter for me. But that's really nice. It's the right amount of sugar.
Dessert.
Yep. Yeah. Ladies, to a great weekend. Blame and I are on day 3, and Lori is at day 1. She is much happier and fresh. You were behind the square. She's much more refreshed than we are. And she was dancing out in the rain without an umbrella or anything. She was just having a grand old time earlier. So but it was good. But tomorrow we sleep in a little bit. Epcot is at 11. We do want to probably try to rope drop that because of the way the lines are. But we want to hit that pool too. And we're going to try to hit Hollywood Studios for a couple things. Buen apetito. Talk to you soon. Guys, if I haven't done so already, please remember to like this video, hit subscribe, hit share, all those good things. And I don't have a tagline. I got a moon. I don't have a tagline. Singing hey ho, a maiden's life, 1, 2, 3. Hey ho, a maiden's life, won't you drink with me?